You are now entering the Intergalactic realm.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Intergalactic Ramble, the #1 podcast in the universe.
And all the galaxies. I am your host, Hugo.
And I am Lauren. Today, also, this is our second episode. Look at us. I did not think we made it. We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe.
I did not think we'd make it this far, and I'm proud of us for that. So
wait, you didn't think we'd make it this far. Have you seen our list of ideas for episodes?
Okay, yeah. I didn't think I'd make it this far.
No, I get it. Me neither.
In life. No, I'm playing. Okay, so today on the docket, we have a story for you. And
should we just dive right in?
Yeah, that story, we're going to dive right in. That story is how we almost got sent to prison while in Paris for murder.
Yeah, because of Shawn Mendes.
Yes.
I feel like that's a very important detail that we need.
Yeah, it was because of Shawn.
We really need to
Shawn
say
Mendes.
it and say it again.
Mm-hmm. This was on Shawn, all on Shawn. So if Shawn Mendes, if you're watching this,
and we know you're listening to,
and Camila
like to consume
Camballo.
both, and Camila Camballo.
Yeah, like
it's on site.
It's on site. We will post up anyway. Take it outside, anytime, anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So we really didn't try to murder anybody. That was a joke, but it was not a good joke.
But the rest is true.
Murder's
we
not
were
funny.
gonna go to jail. We were very close to going to jail.
Yeah.
Let's set the scene.
Okay.
So we met in Paris, right?
Yeah, as we have stated.
And then on our second day, this is the second day we have been together in person. Second day only.
Yeah.
And we decided we're going to get matching tattoos. They're really cool. We also talked about them. They're awesome. They're little stars. Awesome. Yeah. So we spent like the morning just chilling and vibing around Paris and trying to get an appointment. Trying to schedule an appointment to our tattoo.
Many different tattoo places, and most of them were closed. I don't know why, but I had to get my COVID test because I was leaving in a few days, and in order to fly home, I had to get COVID tested. And right next to the pharmacy, there was a tattoo place, and we were like, okay, this is meant to be, because we're looking for a tattoo place, and it's right next door. And it said it was open, but the doors were locked, so it was we should have just stopped right. Yeah. We should have just stopped right there when the doors were locked. But we proceeded to call the number that was on said door, and the guy was like, oh, I'm coming in, I'm running late, I will be there in 30 minutos. And we were like, all right, I'm just going to go get my COVID test, and I'll be right back. So we ended up getting a COVID test, getting lunch, and then we went back.
Yeah. And then, so this was a day filled with bad decisions.
Very bad. Okay.
But I think we can justify them in many ways.
Oh,
I think
okay.
The first one is that we were delusionally tired.
Yeah, we were running on just fumes at that. We were running on nothing. I don't know how we were running.
Yeah, we get into the tattoo parlor, and we don't ask how much it is. We just do what they ask of us.
We were just
and then we sit. We open TikTok.
But when we walk in, there were these 3 American girls, and they all got tattoos of on their half their arm of just these intricate faces, and he was
also colored.
Yeah, these crazy tattoos. Must have took hours. And the guy was like, oh, it's $125 each. And I was like, oh my God, $125 for that amazing work of art that you have on your body. And I was like, okay. So we just figured that our tiny stars, let me show the camera if you're looking, this thing is a centimeter.
Truly,
you can't
truly
see.
Tiny. And
it's just a little doodle.
I have this for our viewers on YouTube. I'm showing my arm, which also shows another tattoo right next to the star. This one is much bigger, and it was, for reference, 40 euros in a
So
super
we were-
safe place, all COVID friendly. So we were
So
very hopeful.
we figured it was gonna be like 40 at the most, maybe.
Yeah.
So
50 maybe tops.
yeah, tops. I was ready to spend it. I was like, you know what, this is an experience. So we go in and we just don't ask anything. We sit down and he's like, okay, it's going to be a little bit of a wait. And we're like, all right, that's fine. We don't even know who's tattooing us. Like,
No idea. We're not told anything. The people sitting next to us are having the most personal conversation ever, crying,
Yes.
bawling their eyes out. We
Girl.
open TikTok and we're crying, laughing right next to them, as they're probably like breaking up or something very dramatic.
something happened. Someone's happening.
And we were just like fully iPad babies looking at our our phones, and I'm just like showing Lauren every single TikTok on my For You page, and she's like, what the fuck, but also
It was so
laughing.
fucked up, that For
And
You
then
page, but it was funny.
This is when
Shawn
the
Mendes
villain-
came into the picture.
yes, the villain of the story,
Yeah.
that godforsaken Shawn Mendes
TikTok.
comes up.
Shall we, I'm sure you know of the TikTok, but it goes a little bit like this. Baby, yeah. What would you do if I got down on mine?
That
Yeah,
one. And then he's
that
like,
one.
yeah. And then
and
he
he
just
just
stares
stares.
at the camera. That one.
So we watched that at least 17 times.
Yep.
Like, I'm not even joking. We just rewatched it. And then I recorded us watching it for the vlog that I made. And at that point, our brains were officially turned to mush.
Yeah, that was the
There was
point
no
where
elasticity in that
we
brain.
We reached rock bottom in terms of like our cognitive function.
Yeah.
That was the last time we saw it.
Nothing
For that
going on
day.
in the brain.
Nothing.
So time passes and he's like, okay, she's ready for you. So we go up this little staircase and we walk into her studio. I don't know who her was. We just said, okay, it's her. She's giving us a tattoo
Let's
today,
go.
and that's fine. But the studio was very nice. She was blasting, like, she was going hard in there, like rap music playing, and it was clean. It looked clean. But she did not say one word to us. We were like,
Nope.
hi, this is what we want.
Not one word, and also
She gave us dirty looks. And when we got on the table for her to give us a tattoo, when I tell you, like, Hugo twitched and she was like, stop moving.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
girl, he breathed. He inhaled. Why are you getting
also
so mad
we were
about
trying to film something for our music
Okay, like, we should
video
have
/
asked-
vlog.
this? Yeah. We should have asked if it was okay
we were
to film,
being
but I
no,
don't-
but we were being nice. I swear we were being nice.
the way, like, you could tell we are really trying to like justify what's coming up. We're like, it was okay. So we got the tattoos. They came out
It was
they
super
came out good
fast.
at the time, but mind
Literally
you,
5 minutes to get both
5
our
minutes.
tattoos done. 5 minutes tops. We recorded
And
it.
mind
We can
you-
like tell.
yeah, and mind you, my tattoo at the moment, she overlapped 2 of the lines, and it's also fading. It's like not fading, but it's like smeared. So
No, cause same. Mine is fading a little bit too.
like, girl, like, they didn't like us to begin with. I knew it. And the guy in the waiting room, he's like, so where are you from? Are you foreigners? And we're like, yeah. So whatever. I don't think they liked us from the start. But we went downstairs to go pay. And
Yeah.
we were like, okay, like, this
We're
is what we got.
vibing, and then we're like, so how much is it? And this is the moment where we are told that I will show the tattoo again just so you can see. I will show and I will say, they said it's going to be 80 euros.
And we were like,
And we're
okay, like, that's
perfect,
not bad.
awesome, each.
Each.
So
80. And that is for my American comrades out there. That is like $95 for that tiny little thing. That's already not going bad and needs to be touched up. So we were like, okay, 80 euros each, whatever. It was an experience. It was fun. Like, we had whatever. So we give him the credit card, and he's like, oh no, sorry, we're not taking credit cards today. And we're like,
only cash.
well, we don't have cash, honey. And he was like, okay, you need to go to an ATM and get cash. So we were like, okay, where's the closest ATM? He's like, right down the street. So we walk out the door.
That was a lie. We didn't find an ATM.
No, there was no ATM. We looked in the summer heat beating down on our beautiful skin for a long time, and we were like, okay,
going back and forth.
Yeah, there's no
street.
ATM in sight. And I got the idea thanks to Shawn Mendes.
Here we go.
I was like, okay, like, Hugo, we're already, like, we've been out of that place for like 15 minutes, and you guys might think different about me after this, but to that I say, don't.
Also,
to that I say don't, because they deserved what was coming to them. And in the end, well, okay.
And we were planning to go to Versailles that day.
Yes, we were planning to go to Versailles, and we had places to go. We had a train to catch, and I was like, Hugo, we're already out of there. I think he probably forgot already.
And we're so close to the train station.
Yeah, it would just not make sense.
They were scamming us, and
they were scamming us. They were taking advantage of.
I said, you're right. But
well, first you said,
we really can't.
First you said,
we can't do it. We can't do it.
Yeah. He was like, Hugo has a conscience, and I don't think I do. Because at that moment there was zero, like, there is something wrong with me. There was 0 ounce of like feeling bad in that moment.
There truly was. I thought Lauren was like, because she's so kind, so nice. Well, you are. But that day we were just both on one, and it wasn't a good one. It was one.
It was a bad one.
That was terrible one.
It was the one that got away. That's what it was.
And so true. And then you said that, and I was like, yeah, I see you, but we can't do this. We really can't.
And
this is a very important detail. They had our Instagrams.
Oh my God, and our phone number, because I called to see if they were open when the doors were closed, and it was a sign from God above that we should not have entered that business.
If they found my Instagram, they could find your Instagram. If they found your Instagram, if they had your Instagram, they could find mine. So it was this whole thing that we tried to go around, but we couldn't. But here's the thing. Lauren says, no, we have to go, and like they're clearly scamming us. And I'm like, yeah, but we really shouldn't. And then Lauren makes the excellent point yet again that we're so close to the train station. And then this is when we both partake in this terrible decision. And we do make our way to Versailles.
We commit a crime in a foreign country, and we take a train 45 minutes away and flee the city for Versailles.
And
so wait. In that moment, we were criminals on the loose in a foreign country, and that is kind of, I'm not saying
sexy and hot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I like a little danger. And that is a little sexy. That was a little sexy. It was not a good decision, though. It was not.
And you know what? I remember being on the train and telling you, I was just like, Lauren, my intuition is telling me that this is not going to go right. And then Lauren was like, no, we're on our way to Versailles. It's fine. Like, it's in the past.
It was like in my mind, I was like, it's in the past. Halfway through the train ride, the people come to check our tickets, and we had incorrect tickets. So we were not even allowed to be on that train in the first place. And
so this is where karma starts catching up to us.
Yeah, karma is like, I'm on your ass, bitch, and I'm not giving, like, yeah. And so we had to pay like €50 each to buy a new ticket, the right ticket. So that right there, that was just another red flag. Like, why did you leave? Why did you flee? Don't just go back. So we get to Versailles. It's beautiful.
We just decide to explore, even though it's way too late to go into the palace and explore it, because
Versailles closes at like 5.
Yeah.
Versailles closes at 5, and by the time we got our tattoo and shit and got there, it was like 4. So why were we paying for a full day anyway to go?
And we decided to go to an antique store before and just vibe for like a good half an hour.
And that was worth it because it was so beautiful in there. I loved it.
One of my favorite one of my favorite parts of
places.
the trip, for sure.
Trip. Yeah.
Then we make it into the palace. We're having so much fun. We forgot all the crimes that we did that
We're
day.
filming. We're filming our music video. I almost get kicked out because I kept forgetting to put my mask on because we were recording.
Lauren was being a real anti-masker.
Yeah, don't say that. I am not a Republican. I am not an anti-masker, and I am not an anti-vaxxer.
No,
but,
we just wanted to get pictures, and Lauren was like, "Take a picture real quick." And she
but
would
I
take
kept
her
like,
mask.
no, like when I tell you, like Shawn Mendes fucked with my brain because I kept like legitimately forgetting that the lady kept telling me to put my mask on. Like I would just take it off, like instinct, and I don't know what.
Yeah, you were fully doing that. You weren't like, just take my picture, and then you
And
would
then
just
she was
leave
like,
it and
she's
keep
like,
walking
ma'am,
around.
I'm going to have to kick you out if you take your mask
Of
off
the
one more time. I was like, oh
palace.
my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I totally forgot. I don't know what was wrong with me. But,
Yeah.
and also, wait, at the end of literally speeding through Versailles, but we had it all to ourselves. So,
That was
because
the-
like it was closed pretty much. Like they weren't letting anyone else in. That was worth it. That was
That was karma being like, you know what, you guys are right.
Here's a little
You
bit.
did the right thing.
Here's a little
You
bite.
did the right thing.
So we were like,
No.
things are going good, and my hip gets thrown.
Yeah.
I throw out my hip because I was not used to that much walking and exercise that I had had that week in France.
It takes us 1 minute to like go down one flight of stairs. We're very tired. We're not. Our bodies are not working anymore.
It's like we were run down, and then we were like, let's go to the garden. And I thought this was going to be like a cute,
the palace was
garden.
closing, so the gardens were like
true.
everything else we had to explore.
Yeah, and we were like,
Excited, but we couldn't walk.
I had no idea. This was not a garden. This was a theme park without the, like, this was, why do they call it a garden? It is not the Garden of Versailles. It is it's huge, humongous. I should not have been walking.
Super beautiful. We totally should have dedicated a whole day just to walk around and have fun. But it was fun to have it all to ourselves. That was
we
epic
did
too.
have it
That was
like
great.
all to ourselves. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So I was like, after about, I don't know, like 40 minutes of walking around, I was like,
Yeah,
Hugo,
you're like,
I need
no,
to
I
take a
really
seat.
need to chill.
My hip is not, she's going to get out.
I was
at any
so
moment.
thirsty. I looked like SpongeBob. I was like,
With
I was a
the
sponge.
pinkies
I was
up.
like, can I get
You know that
one
episode?
drop? Yeah, can I
Pinkies
get
up.
one drop of water? But then I check my phone, and this is when, to quote a really great song, "Hell Breaks Loose." See what I did there?
Breaks Lucy. That's our song. I do.
Um,
Okay.
So I check my Instagram, and I have a few DMs and quite a few comments saying, "Thieves, thieves! You're gonna
Rats.
yeah.
Skinny rat bitch thief. Okay, why do you have, ma'am, sir, why do you have to bring my body into this? Okay.
Okay,
Skinny
that was true.
Bitch, rat
And
thief.
if you don't come to the tattoo parlor, we have footage of you guys in here. We know who
We
you
have
are.
your phone numbers.
And if you don't come to our place by tomorrow, we're gonna call the police.
No,
and we're gonna solve
by
this with the police.
by like an hour, by a closing. They close at 7.
Oh, yeah, even
Remember?
worse. Yeah, right.
Yeah, even worse. So
Oh, and also
So-
we did put an Instagram story saying that we got tattoos and that we were in Versailles. And
So
you
we
see,
got
they were French.
tatted in
and
tatted
they saw
in
that,
Versailles.
and they thought that we were truly weaving this story that we had gotten tatted in Versailles.
they thought we were saying that somebody tattooed us inside Versailles. Like, what did Louis the 14th tattoo me? No.
Yeah. So at this point, my heart drops to my fucking balls, and I'm like, Lauren, you have no idea.
In my
And the thing
ass
is,
was where my heart was.
that happening to me, not that important in terms of like my reputation. But when I went to like,
Yeah,
they
but I
were,
don't really
they
have a
were
reputation.
commenting a getting a lot about you, and you do have
Yeah,
a
I was
bigger
getting. I have the
following.
screenshots.
I started seeing this whole movie in my mind, like, oh no, like I'm gonna have to be the one. Like, is Lauren getting canceled? And
That's what I thought.
Is that what am I gonna have to tell Lauren? This was a terrible decision. I could see like all those drama channels on YouTube being like, Lauren Brodoff.
No, and in my mind, all I could think about was like, my mom, like, I need to tell my mom right now. Like, my mom is going to be so sad to hear this. And like, I was so excited to tell her about the tattoo, but now I had to tell her that I was almost being sent to prison, perhaps. And so Hugo.
So that's what you were worried about. And I'm just like, oh no, I'm going to make this right. I'm going to be like,
he was so good.
Another
like,
part,
you were my savior in that moment. My body was shaking. And you took the reins.
You
and
low
really
key
navigated
entered
us.
a little bit of a shock state.
Yes, I was like, I was petrified.
Yeah, and you were. I think you were truly thinking about, how am I going to tell my mom this? And I'm like, Lauren, we have to solve this situation. So I call them and I'm like, I am so sorry. You're completely right. There's nothing I can say. There's nothing I can do to even justify or defend what we just did. It's completely wrong. And we also, something we didn't say is that we were having trouble with our cards. We both were. So like I was paying everything by card because I couldn't like withdraw money because I had tried.
And we all.
But still, that is very wrong. And so I tell them,
like,
please give us our PayPal. I'm going to pay immediately. I promise.
Right
I'm
now.
so sorry. We are so fucking stupid and dumb. And we're going to like literally pay you right now. Please give us your PayPal.
They were like, no, you have to show up at our doors. We don't do PayPal. You have to show up before. We will stay here all night until you get here. Or we're calling the cops and we're sending you to prison.
Yeah,
and those are the words they use. And then she was like, and we saw you said tatted at Versailles. What are you trying to rip off my artwork? Like, you did not get tatted there. You got tatted at so and so tattoos.
Yeah, but I couldn't even get mad about that. I couldn't get mad at her about that. Yeah, it was just a language thing, and I was like, "Yeah, you're totally right."
Hugo was just like, "Yes,
you." Because we truly, completely did fuck up. That was a terrible decision.
And you know why? Shawn Mendes.
Baby, yeah. Shawn Mendes. And so we do pay. We also give a little tip because at this point I was just like, I don't want no smoke from these people because they have proof, because they got their whole network of tattoo people. Like those were all the people that were commenting on the post. Were like their tattoo like network of little people. Yeah, and there were quite I was like, I'm not trying to get like needled in my sleep. Like I will pay you. So we paid them extra. And it was settled, and we never had contact with them again, never planned to. We didn't even walk in the vicinity of that tattoo shop for the rest of the trip because we were scared. We were afraid of them. We were. I thought, like, if we have to solve this, like, in person, I think I'm just going to find, like, a police agent. Not that, like, the police would really do anything, but,
we would get arrested.
Oh, that is true. No,
hello?
No. I wouldn't tell the story to the policeman. I would just say, hey, can you please, like, if I get
escort,
attacked,
like an escort? Like, you just keep an eye on this like vicinity, like in case.
Because you see, I did commit a crime, but I'm gonna solve it. We're gonna
make this right, sir.
If you can just watch our backs, okay, Mr. Policia.
Yeah. So with that, I guess we were good, and we've enjoyed the rest of our time at Versailles, and
by the rest of our time we mean like the 5 more minutes, because we're just like,
we're done. This is it. We were hungry and dehydrated and tired, and my hip was literally, I almost called somebody to get a golf cart and bring me back because I could not walk. And
I thought I was gonna have to carry you all the way back.
They were like
to
closed,
the Airbnb.
so no one would. Yeah, I thought so too. And I usually am like good with pain. Like I don't admit to people that I like feel pain. But I was like, Hugo, what are you talking about? What are you making that face for?
No, you are.
Besides being constipated and complaining about that.
No, you are. You are. That's true. I'm kidding.
So we make our way back, and it was golden hour. It was beautiful. Like, it was truly a beautiful, beautiful end to a really fucked up day.
It was. And you know what? After we paid
a conch.
Go ahead. I was liking where you were going.
Oh no, it was just like it was such a juxtaposing ending to such a
intense and frivolous
frivolous,
day.
yes. Day.
Wow.
But no, what were you saying?
Honestly, I remember like after we paid them, I felt like a new person. I was still I still very desperately needed water or any liquid in my body. My body was shutting down, but I felt like a new person. I felt like I was 20 years younger.
I felt like the angels of Versailles were lifting my body, my being.
Yeah, I don't even know how we made it back to the center.
Because I think we were high on just something was in our, I don't know, but no, like our conscience, the weight of our conscience were no longer weighing us down, so like it was a little easier to function. We got an Uber back to the train station. We took this was also a really important moment because I think this was the day so we got to the center of Paris and we got to visit our bestie, the owner of our favorite restaurant, which if you've seen Lauren's vlog, this is our bestie. We went to dinner at the same place and we went there every day. He loved us
every night and
we loved him
but
so much.
You know what,
I
think he really liked us because he didn't go the extra mile for all the other customers like he did with us.
For us, because we're special.
Yeah. And that was the day that we were I think we were telling stories and just talking and vibing. And then you were like, you know what? This would be a good story. I think we should what if we had a podcast? And then this was the story that I think made us like
want to make a podcast because we were like, imagine this is our second day ever being together in person, and this is the type of story that came out of it. Imagine like other stories we would have to tell in the future, and we will never commit a crime again, but I'm sure there are stories, there are moments to be had and stories to be told in the future when we are not in different countries across the water.
Another thing we surely did like to do while in Paris was go to every museum and say that we were living together in Portugal, which is where I live right now. And just saying that we live together so that Lauren could either not pay or get the European discount.
Yeah, which it worked every time. And frankly, I don't feel bad about that at all. I don't think that's not a crime. That
you know why it worked every time? Because we wore them off. Like every time they were like, but can you show me your place of residency? No. Is it the same? And I was like, no, she lives with me. I live in Portugal. This is where I live. This is the street, and this is the and this is the number, and this is my postcode. And I was just saying, and then they're like, okay, just get in. It's fine. I see you guys know each other. It's fine. Get in. I don't care.
We see each other.
So we truly tried to finesse the system, and
in Paris. They probably would not welcome us back anytime soon, but we'll be back soon, babies. Maybe May. I don't know.
Yeah, we really will. But this time we will not girl boss too close to the sun.
Okay, yeah. No, we won't. We did girl boss it very close to the sun.
We crashed and burned.
Into flames. But then we came out better people, I think. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So that was that story. And we also, to always remember that bad decision, we have little kind of fucked up tattoos, but they're amazing tattoos at the same time. We have good memories, and I hope my dad doesn't listen to this because he doesn't even know. He didn't know I had a YouTube channel until like 3 years in, so I doubt he'll be listening to this. But if he does, he would call the cops on me and send me to jail, I think.
I didn't tell my parents for like almost a week or something. I
told my mom, and she laughed. And then she was like...
Yeah, your mom reacted so well.
But then she was like...
She was so nice about it.
But then she was like, why the fuck did you do that? Like, when I got home, she's like, what? Like, why? Why would you even risk doing that in a foreign country? Like, they could have, like, detained you and you would not have come home. Detained in Paris? Are you kidding me? Lucky. That would be kind of nice.
Yeah, it would be hot and sexy, but also... It's like it would be expensive to stay in Paris for longer than what we were expecting. Yeah. So it'd be.
I probably would have gotten like my passport revoked.
Yeah. We would have gotten COVID in prison, so then we couldn't come back to our home countries. It wouldn't.
Yeah.
It would be a movie, and
It would be a
as
podcast
is,
story, though.
our life is already a movie.
My life is a movie. That's true. That is true. Well, that was our story.
Yeah, that was a story, and that is, again, Shawn Mendes. I am looking right into the camera. Don't you dare come close to us. Don't you dare, Shawn Mendes.
Don't. Yeah, I was backing you up just then. For the viewers, they know I was, but the listeners, I was backing him up.
Yeah.
Making scary gestures in the background to Shawn.
So true. What if we had a segment in our podcast where we just moan?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Why not? I mean, in honor of Cupcake.
Yeah, Hugo's a cupcake stan. Like a stan. Like the TikToks he sends me are just cupcake. Okay, wait, my battery's about to die.
I think I sent you about every single Cupcake remix in the existence. I have seen her live. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, he met her. He has a picture with her.
Yeah, I met Cupcake. She is so nice. She's like I haven't met really anyone famous, but she is the nicest famous person I've ever met. She was so nice. I didn't pay for a meet and greet tickets because I didn't have the money. I was a broke college student in London, and just seeing her was like a fever dream. So I stayed outside and I was like, well, there's nothing wrong with trying, because I woke up that day and I felt it. I felt it in my guts that I was going to meet her.
Cupcake.
I just knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. And I stayed at the stage door, and then I do meet her about like 2 hours later, and she offers to take pictures. She starts talking with us.
Icon.
Such an angel, the sweetest.
And you know what,
Cupcake? She did show both her breasts, just in the middle of the concert.
That's iconic, right there.
It is, and I didn't get it on video.
And you know what? You know what Cupcake wouldn't do? She wouldn't. What's the word?
She wouldn't send us to jail.
Yeah, she wouldn't coerce us into committing crimes.
That's exactly. She is the opposite of Shawn Mendes in this story. She is the one that got us out of this such
a debilitating
sticky situation.
Yeah. So thank you to Cupcake, and no thank you to Shawn Mendes and Camila Camballo, and
Public Enemy number 1
and number 2, and what? Okay, I'm gonna get to Media Rex because my camera is about to die.
Yeah.
But I'm getting a new camera. I'm selling this baby, which is another whole story. I was almost scammed out of $800 on Facebook Marketplace. But that's a story for whenever. Maybe not even a story. But Media Rex, I have mine pulled up. Do you have yours pulled up?
Give us yours.
Okay. So I have my song recommendations are 2 albums that have changed my life. The Cheetah Girls 2 album, Strut Like You Mean It, Free Your Mind. I've been listening to this album on literal repeat. Like, when I tell you, I don't know how they went so hard. But the Cheetah Girls 2, as well as quite the opposite of the Cheetah Girls 2, Piano Stories by Joe Hisaishi. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Hisaishi, and he does the Studio Ghibli soundtracks. And when I tell you, like,
legend.
He was my most listened to artist of last year, and it's just by this album alone called Piano Stories, and it's like his best hits pretty much. But like when I listen to it, I feel like I am in a Studio Ghibli movie. Like, I close my eyes. It is so calming and beautiful, and just like, that man is so talented. And then movie recommendations. I watched a movie a few days ago called Kajillionaire, and I've been meaning to watch it for a very long time. And at first I was like, okay, this is interesting. And by the end of it, I was so invested in this main character and supporting character. And it's just like, it's like a heist movie, sort of, but it's more like about...
Is it with Rihanna?
Yes, she's the main character.
From Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Right.
And Melissa McCarthy. But Melissa McCarthy's not in Harry Potter.
She is. But we can talk about that later.
Really? Okay. Yeah, so Kajillionaire is my recommendation. Your turn, Hugo.
Okay, talking about studio. Do you say Ghibli or Ghibli?
Ghibli, I say, but I don't
Ghibli.
think
Okay,
there's
my
everyone says it.
talking about Studio Ghibli, I cannot not recommend Whisper of the Heart. I think it's my favorite.
I recommended that to you.
Favorite. Yeah.
Whisper of the Heart, one of the best movies ever made. I need to watch it again so soon.
So true. It's my favorite Studio Ghibli movie for sure. So I'll recommend that. Songs. I've just been in a little bit of a silly, goofy mood, if you will. So I've been feeling like listening to Funky Town.
Your logo, Funky Town.
Yeah, you know that
like,
one. But I think it's my lips. Yeah. Funky Town.
Yeah.
Wait, I killed that.
He hit that.
I did kill it. And why not? Let me recommend a book. I've been reading this book that I'm showing on screen, but I will also tell you about it for the audio listeners. It's called Poems to Fall in Love With, and it's selected poems by Chris Rydell. And he is not a poet, but he selected his favorite poems, and he illustrated them. This man is a genius of illustration. He illustrates so many of Neil Gaiman's books, like Art Matters, which right Lauren is exactly. Thank you so very much. And yeah, I love it. It's he's got a bunch of these books where he just shows like his favorite poems, and I recommend this one. It's really quick. It's really pretty, so you feel like you read a lot, even though it's just quite a few.
Just
poems.
Like a few words a page, and those are the best books.
Yeah, and you see beautiful art.
It's literally beautiful. I love it so much. Yeah, I need to read that
those
one.
Those are my recs.
And those are my recs. This is crazy. Are we wrapping up podcast
our
number
second,
2?
I think we are.
2. That's crazy.
I think we are.
I'm so proud of us. And
yes.
You know what? Oh, okay.
What?
Makeout session with the microphone.
No. I was just giving something, just a little present.
Oh.
Just giving him something to talk about in the comments or something.
Okay. No, give us a 5-star on Apple if you can on the podcast app, because I think that helps boost it. I don't know. Our goal is to be #1 podcast that to ever exist and to have the most downloads.
We were like this past week. It was insane. So thank you to everyone.
I think we were like number
to
2. I think we were number 2.
We were,
week,
but then we were number
week.
1.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
For I think Monday we were number 1.
Okay. Wait, yeah. I remember you texted me the screenshot.
Yeah, it was crazy. So thank you so much to everyone that has been listening, watching, streaming, sharing. Yeah.
We're viewable on YouTube. We're listenable on Spotify and Apple Music and Anchor and all the other ones. I didn't bother putting us on there because I didn't even hear of. I've never even heard of, and it was too much work. So
yeah, thank you so
hopefully
much.
you have one of those 4 platforms. And with that being said, loves, we will see you guys.
Yeah, but definitely tune in for next week because it's a good one. Let's just say that. And you know what? Get your eyes ready too. Get your eyes ready too.
Get your eyes ready. All right.
Okay,
we'll
bye.
See you guys next week.
Thank you so much for listening. Love you guys.
Thank you. Love you.
You are now entering the intergalactic realm.